Shills as far as the eye can see. Guys, welcome to the channel, and before I go on, I want to thank all of you that have subscribed, that have showed your support, all of the comments. Thank you so much, and it just goes to show that there is an interest in this kind of content, in having someone in the community that is not just shilling away and just gaslighting you with things that you can see with your very own eyes. And I know that it blows the mind of some out there, the idea of you liking a video game or what that video game could one day be, enjoy the flying of ships and so on, but at the same time calling out when marketing gets a little bit too damn greedy, when there's just not new content, and when they do things that go against what we want as players simply because it benefits the business side of the company, such as 323, which is a patch that pretty much brings a lot of time wasting, which it is a tactic, it is a trick for maximum monetization, by which you don't do anything that is new gameplay, you just introduce more time wasting and more grinding, which in many ways will incentivize the idea of just go buy another fucking ship. And as a company, as a business model, maybe it works great. For us as players, not so much. So we call it out. Yes, you can do those. You can do both things. You can be critical and like something at the same time. Just pointing out the things that need to improve, or just pointing out when you went a little bit too far. If you like playing Star Citizen, use a referral code there. If you think it's something you may enjoy, watch my videos, make a decision, and if you end up playing, use a referral. I know that a lot of you guys love it when at the same time that I criticize the game, I mention my own referral. Thank you for that. Wonderful. Now, the topic of today is this: multi-crew ships, larger ships. What happens when you have anything that is not a single-seater? Do you need a crew? Well, here is where the maximum white knight will show up with his XXXL armor and swing his sword and say, of course you will need a crew. What do you think? You're going to be flying a large ship on your own? That was never supposed to be that way. Well, let me tell you, I mean, you're talking about a spaceship in the future. You should have enough technology so as to be able to fly it on your own and not need a damn thing in terms of shooting. And, yes, it would be expected. But beyond that, it's what these guys said. Take a listen.
Todd here. Your first question right off the bat says, will a solo player with high quality NPC crew be able to compete with a skilled human crew? A very common question. This has been a point of contention in the community for years. Given that all other conditions are equal, like the same ship, the same weapons, the same components, all that stuff. NPC crew versus people crew, go.
Yes. I mean, right now the NPC.
yes. Basically, yes. That's what they said. They said yes. You know why they said yes? Because if not, who the hell is going to be buying a ship that needs a bunch of real humans to be flown? It would ruin the business. If they say such a thing, no one buys anything other than a starter ship. So yes, of course, they said you don't need it.
Some of the AI hit at 95, 96%, and I don't even think that the most skilled human will be able to do that. So
he's saying that NPCs will be better than most humans. It will be better than 95. I mean, you as a solo player with a C2, with your NPC crew, you will be doing better than 95% of human crews out there. That's what CIG said. It's not me making shit up. It's what they said they would end up doing. Now, I know how this works in terms of, but they never promised. No, there's no legal obligation here. But if you expect any kind of retribution, respect, or if you have any basic common decency, if you're selling something and you say people will be able to use it solo because it's going to be an NPC crew that's better than 95% of players out there, then that's what you were basically telling your backers, the people that pay you, right? It would be a complete ripoff. It would be a scam to now impose a system by which, no, it's not the way anymore. We're not doing that. You need a crew. And again, the neckbeard loser that says, join an org, have more friends. First, dude, you don't have a friend ever. You've never met a friend in your life. You don't have much of a life either. And you know what? Some of us, we have lives. We have wives. We have kids. We have jobs. We have somewhat of a social life outside the fucking video game, and you don't have 5-6 hours a day so as to coordinate with a bunch of people that are that have as little going in their lives as you do, so as to play for what, 3-4 hours? When was the last time you just quickly went in there and 5 minutes, I have a bunch of people that come along? No, it doesn't work that way. You know it doesn't. Most people, when you go online, they're playing solo. It's 99% of people that you see in the game, they are playing solo, because most people are not damn, blob sitting on a chair all day long playing video games. You have somewhat of a life. And if you've ever multi-crewed or played with someone else, you know how difficult it is. First of all, find someone that wants to play along with you. Find someone that wants to play along with you and is not playing for the first time ever. Someone that knows what to do. Someone that is not a crazy Chinese dude that, like, 90%, based on my experience, 90% of Asian servers are sociopaths. I'm not even fucking around. I'm not even kidding. 90% of people in the Asian forum will play along with you for over an hour, only to then just turn around, shoot you in the head, and crash the entire fucking thing and lose everything you've been doing because they're not okay. They have serious mental problems. I don't know why that is, but that's the truth of Asian servers. And the rest goes for all of the other ones. You cannot have a quick hour or so playing and always finding someone that is going to be, I'll man the turrets, I'll just do the engineering while you fly around. Besides, most people don't want to do that. Most people that want to play a video game, they don't want to go around taking orders. And here is where in the spectrum you have the fucking loser that always comes along, oh, I like doing it all the time. And in the same damn paragraph, he ends by saying that he likes being the captain of the ship and doing nothing. Okay, you're saying it yourself. You like being the captain and choosing to do nothing while everyone else runs around and does the boring crap. Are there people that like doing that? Sure. Are there people that like being Scotty or Spock or whatever the hell it is that's not the captain of the... Yeah, sure. There's not enough. It's not many. Most normal-ass people don't want to follow orders without a pay in their spare time. It is basic common sense. So, the point is, they told us this would not be a problem. They told us that we would have NPCs for our larger ships. Would you have to pay those NPCs? Fine. That's something that was in the conversation. It was in the conversation before. Was it implemented 5 years ago when they were talking about this? No, but it's always been that way, that they've always assured us that we would have an NPC crew or some other solution by which you would be able to fly your ship. In fact, it is pretty fucked up that a Carrack exists right now without the option of having someone in those turrets. It is a ripoff that they allow that to go live without a solution for the obvious problem of you're flying a ship that has no guns. And it's a giant-ass expensive ship if you buy it with real money, and yet it's not working because you couldn't be bothered to actually have those NPCs, which you were talking 5 years ago that it would be there. 5 years later, still not a solution for a turret shooting on its own. Well, what is it they're trying to do? They're trying to make people engage and play with one another. A CIG could not give less of a rat's ass if you have friends or not. Let me make this perfectly clear. They only care about selling ships, which is what makes them money. You being in this delusion that you have video game friends and you're less of a lonely creep because people play with you on a MMO, that's not, they do not give a flying fuck about that. They could not care less. Chris Roberts that will make no difference to Chris Roberts' bank account, his yacht, or his mansion. That's not it. They only care about selling ships. So there's a strong scent in the air that this thing of implementing engineering without a solution, if they end up going along with this into live, I think there's probably a ship coming along very soon that will allow you to have the upper hand in spite of not having that crew, all right? I wish that's not the case. It could also be the case that they simply do not care enough and just leave it as it is. And, you're kind of fucked. You don't have an NPC crew. You definitely don't have 3-4 people to man everything that needs to be manned. And yeah, people just fly it as it is. And, you just keep on squeezing that golden egg goose until you damn kill it. Maybe they're going with that. Crystal ball, not here. I don't know exactly what it is. But I do know one thing, that they told us we would not have this problem. They told us that we would have an NPC crew for our ships. You would have to hire it. You would have to pay for it. Whatever it is, that's all okay. But we were told that we would have a solution for someone owning, either with real money or in-game, a larger ship. And it would not be on you to find employees that work for you for free so as to enjoy the game. This is what it is. This is what we've been talking about all along. This is just one video. There's numerous videos where they explain this. So no, it's not that just because you have a larger ship, you are supposed to have people or join orgs, which, by the way, joining an org, really? No, not doing that anytime soon. I'm not that that person. Even if you are, even if most people that have joined orgs, I think that most of them leave quite discontent. I mean, there's people that even have talked about, yeah, you're being told to call them sir, and you're order around, and I think what's that, Citizen Kate, that shit show became public. And yeah, they're doing their little thing, they're doing their little channel business thing, but for you, as a damn slave and working for them for free, that is pretty stupid. That's not the kind of thing most people would fall for. And if you do, it's not going to be for a long time. But, my point is, guys, I expect CIG to give us a solution. This is still not a problem because it's still not in the PU. This is Arena Commander for now. But if they throw this can of worms in live eventually, that's going to be... I wonder even how much of an impact it will have in sales, because why would you even buy a larger ship if there's no way of you using it properly? Just flying around and just being a target for someone else? That doesn't seem a whole lot of fun. See you next time, guys. Take care.